It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where Mexico City will play host to a different kind of football. It's the 49ers and the Cardinals on Monday night.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Tonight, we wrap up Week 11 with a good Monday nighter between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. Brandon Gaudin, as always, joined by my good friend Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Niners in this matchup. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And here is Trey Lance leading this 49er offense onto the field. Some very big expectations for the second-year signal caller.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
Ready, ready. Hey,
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A beautiful fake. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Now this game, of course, held at the fabled Estadio Azteca, home to the Mexican national soccer team. Home to 2 World Cup finals, including Diego Maradona, and the hand of pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Arizona's offense takes the field, and no surprises, the man that's guiding them, the Pro Bowler in his 4th season at the wheel of this offense, Kyler Murray.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. He's got Green. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Darrell Williams with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cards put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Throwing now is Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
First down, here's Mitchell. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Niners at 2-7 now on the year. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Lance now to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals 30. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
That time he picked up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Get ready.
On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. The Lance going to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now we got third and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. The kick by Gold is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
guy, what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. To throw is Murray. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Murray. It's over the middle. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Murray off play action. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent,
who did things largely below the radar. Not this guy. 819 catches, that speaks loudly in volumes.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Murray. Caught by the tight end Ertz. He'll get it inside the 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! Rondale Moore, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point good by Prater, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10.
Here's Lance to throw it. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion,
and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right. And as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Lance looking to throw it.
He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
And he will slide to a halt with a penalty marker down on the play.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
For this offense, looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that third consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
On second down, Williams. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Murray now. And caught, right side, Green.
It appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Here's Murray from midfield. Finding Green complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10. From the gun, Murray on the right side, caught by Green. And the Cardinals are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. To throw, it's Murray. Being chased out left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Throwing now is Murray. And he's got it. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. From his end zone, Wilson. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. And Lance's throw complete there to McLeod. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. To throw again on second down, Lance.
Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
Now a timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now Lance.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
To throw, it's Lance. Screenplay setting it up for Mitchell. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. Well, they were setting up the screen, CD, a lot of free runners, and they got there late, and the penalty ensued.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get into their brains that it was a screen, right? Instead of pulling off and chasing the ball downfield, they kept going towards the quarterback and knocked him down way late. That draws the penalty flag each and every time.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where you see the final score there. Carson Wentz, terrific in the win, as his guys up their mark to 7-4 with the victory. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, strong as usual in the victory as his guys run their record now to 7-3. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Tennessee Titans. Aaron Rodgers getting the job done again as the win moves his guys to a terrific 9-2 on the year. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there. These two teams going through their final halftime adjustments, probably trying to get some oxygen as well. And for the call of the second half, let's get you back down to Mexico City in Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they got the victory last week against the Rams. So some good momentum as they come up 1st and 10. They start the second half here with Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes.
Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front, and that creates the gap there, and he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got him in, complete. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Cardinals.
Rondale Moore
with his 2nd TD of the 6th on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point good by Prater, and they open the lead up now to 25. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Throwing now is Lance.
That's going to be caught by Samuel.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Now Lance on the option right.
Oh, look at the juke. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like the empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Throwing on first down is Murray.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Murray now to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Here's Andy Lee now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd and 9,
Lance. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cards are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
From the 44, Murray on the slant, DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Murray now on 1st down. Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, I certainly don't want to power around, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. Back now in Mexico City. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. Here's Murray. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Max Williams, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Prater for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
From his end zone, Wilson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1.
And this one is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now here's the option play going left. Touchdown, Cardinals! Kyler Murray with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Cardinals continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Extra point good by Prater. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From his end zone, Wilson. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Lance in the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Here's Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Lance. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Everson Griffin able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, have a game, sir. Why don't you? A sack earlier and an exclamation point here late in the game. And this one won by his side of the ball. They played so well. Surprised he didn't get a 2nd sack earlier.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. He's got him in. Complete. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
They run over center with, and oh, he coughed it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. Oh, what a catch by Samuel. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. And he will find his man Samuel. And they'll get this down to the 10. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for them to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for them. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprised.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Gold with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
for the touchdown. It's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Williams going to get it again on second down. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray on the move to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 15. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
One final try now for Lance. Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals come up with a late turnover, but it would probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.